All right, you ready to roll?
I am.
All right. Ocean Springs traffic, RB 727 Tango Tango departing runway 18 Ocean Springs. I'm going to do the RB takeoff I did with them. I don't know if I've done that with you before.
I think you did.
Okay.
It was fun.
There's 60. We should be able to get off the ground. We'll get about 100 knots before we get to the end. There's 100 knots. And here we go. We will be up for sunset. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'll do like I did with those guys. We'll climb up to 2,500 feet or so and do a roll or two. See how you feel after the first one.
Okay.
So we did our rolls this way because the sun was too bright. It was blinding us, but now we got the sun out.
Yeah.
It'll be cooler this way. Because this camera is on super wide out on the wingtip.
Yeah.
So it will see the sun as well as the cockpit. So. We're about 2,200 feet right now. Let's go up just a little bit higher. About 2,500. I get my airspeed up to. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy out here too. But he's headed toward Trent Lott, so. There's 2,500 feet, so let's nose over a bit and let the airspeed pick up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull about 30 degrees nose high and then level the elevator so we hold that.
Okay.
And then immediately do a right roll.
Okay.
And if I do it right, you'll hardly even know. You ready?
Yep.
All right. There's 30 degrees out there.
Traffic not available.
See, I really didn't pull at all.
Yeah.
There's no negative G's. I was paying attention to it so that we wouldn't get negative G's. If I start feeling it going a little light, like you start floating, then I pull back on the stick just a little bit.
Yeah.
Want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let my airspeed. There's airspeed's good, so we'll pull up 30 degrees high, right about there, level it out.
Traffic not available.
There, it started to go a little negative. I corrected it.
Message.
Make sure we're not getting anybody's airspace here. There's Biloxi out of it. Now I'll do for you, if you like, I'll do what I did. For some reason, Devin wanted to do it. He's like, we can pull some G's. I'm like, well, the two best ways I know to pull G's are a loop, which I haven't done, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Or just a very sharp turn. And if you'll watch, this compass, if I exceed 2 G's, this changes to a G meter. So.
Oh, does it?
So yeah, so watch it.
Wow!
Let's see, we're 2.4, 2.5. There's, I didn't quite get to 3 G's. We got 2.5 G's there. I don't want to do that too many times because then I start getting nauseous. It's like when I've gone out to the house to circle and text Rhonda and go, hey, I'm outside, and if she doesn't come out right away and I keep doing circles, it's like, okay, I got to quit.
You're like, all right, bye, sorry.
Traffic not available.
So now you've done a couple of rolls. You've done a high G.
That was cool.
That actually is what I did there with the high G's.
Yeah.
That's called a steep turn, and that's actually something you have to demonstrate as a private pilot. Usually you don't go that steep, but this plane will do,
Traffic.
since it'll roll over. I mean, this plane will normally you do, when you demonstrate a steep turn for an instructor, it's usually a 45-degree bank right here.
Yeah.
And then you just try to hold the nose on the horizon and not lose or gain any altitude. I'm not doing a job. I'm climbing. But normally you wouldn't tip it all the way over and pull it like that.
Yeah.
Sunset's pretty cool.
That is. That's really pretty.
Turn back toward Ocean Springs. Do another sharp turn. There's 2.5.
Oh.
2.6. Man, I don't know why it wouldn't. With Devin, I was pulling 3Gs, but I couldn't quite get it to 3G. The airport is over there. So I'm going to set up a go-to. That gives me a purple line there going straight to the airport. Helps me find it. So let's dive for the ground. I'm just trying, or I don't want to get too low, but I'm just trying to loosen altitude before we get over to the runway here.
Yeah.
We're up at 3,000 feet. Pattern altitude for the runway is 1,100 feet, so that's what I want to come down to. I'm going to go ahead and dial that in here, and it'll let me know when I'm getting close. And I'm not going straight toward the runway because I want to come in and do the pattern to land.
Yeah.
So there's our pattern altitude, 11 feet. We'll level out and let the airspeed bleed off. I need to get below 187 knots, or I'm sorry, get below 87 knots in order to put my flaps down. All right, so we're slow enough I can put my flaps down. Flaps are 100. Ocean Spring traffic, RB 727 Tango Tango's left down, runway 18, full stop, Ocean Spring. And I always look for the Walmart over here for my reference for when I can turn in. Then I'm also looking right here. So this is the runway.
Yeah.
Actually, the runway's down here, but this gives me extended center lines. And I'm trying to turn. I need to turn a little left. I'm putting my track parallel to the runway. And that puts me on the good downwind path. And then I'll turn perpendicular, and then I'll turn down the runway heading. We've got somebody out here flying over. Way up there, 4,700 feet. I don't see them, but they're way up above us. We're out north of the runway, so we can turn base. Ocean Springs traffic, RB 727 Tango Tango, turning left base, runway 18, full stop, Ocean Springs. I'm not worried about him. I just like to be able to see whenever a plane's coming by, but I don't see him.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I see him straight up over there.
Oh, yeah.
And I look to make sure there's nobody on final, headed toward us. Ocean Spring traffic, RB 727 Tango Tango is final, runway 18, full stop, Ocean Spring. Pull my throttle back because I'm accelerating. This plane, when you put it nose down, it really wants to accelerate, so
yeah.
I want to keep down around 75.
You really don't want to accelerate downwards.
No, well, that and you can't land. Like I said, the more lift you have over the wing, the faster you're going, the more lift you have over the wing.
Yeah.
And if you're going too fast, when you level out over the runway, then it just wants to float. It won't touch down to the runway.
Right.
So I'm shooting for about 75 knots here. I'm 74 now. At touchdown, I want to be about 70 knots. So when we go to rotate and I flare,
yeah,
then we should slow to about 70 knots. And then I'll just let the airspeed bleed off.
Did the ground turn red because you're getting close to it?
Yep. That's warning you. You're within 500 feet of any obstacles. Towers and stuff turn red when you get close to them, but then the whole ground turns red when you're under 500 feet. That's to let you know about terrain. A nice soft touchdown. Well, could have been softer.